Hello, welcome back to Ryrick TV and welcome back to Oxford with BMW UK. And a car that's really intrigued me but I've just not been able to get my hands on. This is a BMW 5 Series, but it's a BMW 545e. Let me explain. The BMW 545e is, yep, you guessed it, a hybrid. Although other than the rather familiar setup of a 4-cylinder petrol engine paired with an electric motor, the 545e has a 3 litre 6-cylinder paired with the motor instead. This means a very handsome 389 brake horsepower, meaning that 62 happens from rest in just 4.6 seconds. The battery itself is 12 kilowatt hours and has a claimed range of 24 miles on the WLTP cycle. What's more, the 545e also has BMW's xDrive system. So, an all-wheel drive 6-cylinder hybrid. In today's world, that sounds like quite a package. Let's first take a walk and talk around the car before taking it out onto the road. So that's all the technical specs. But what about the look? What differs this as a hybrid? Well, not really a whole great deal, which actually is a very good thing, because I think this shape of 5 Series, the new LCI, which actually has been around for over 12 months, but just haven't really been able to film much with them, is a very handsome looking thing. So the front has much more thin LED lights at the front. The grills are more pronounced and a bit more 3D effects. I think it looks really great. This colour suits the car so well as well. The spec on this one is brilliant. We've got the massive 20-inch alloy wheels here, part of the M Sport Pro pack, and then if you notice, here is the charging flap. So this is pretty much the only thing, other than the badge on the back, that determines this as a hybrid. Of course, you just plug, charge it in there, nice and easy. Shut that back up. Let's move back out. Along the side, you've got the really nice crisp lines that run all the way along the shoulder line, the swage lines, and they sort of are a two-tone effect here. So you've got one around here and then another one down here. Look how cool that looks. Of course, we've got Hofmeister kink on the back. And moving around to the rear, I really like the rear of this. Still very similar to the 5 Series that came before, only the LED lights are now a bit crisper, a bit more sculpture to them. They're just really cool. Look at them. 3D effect runs all the way around the edge of the car. We've got twin pipes on this one with a sort of diffuser effect down there. And there we go. 545e designation on the back of there. Now, all my camera gear's in here, so it should give you a good indication of the size of the boot. Now, you do lose a little bit of boot space being the hybrid, unfortunately, because obviously the batteries sit underneath here. You lose that sort of drop, but there's still plenty of room in there, and you've got split folding seats in there. Electronically folding tailgate on this one. Drop that back down. Let's go and have a little look at the interior before we go for a spin. It's all very typical BMW in here. It's exactly what you'd expect from them. It's a lovely oyster leather interior in here. Not really a whole lot changed on the 5 Series from the first generation of this shape to this LCI. However, one big change, much bigger screen in the center. You got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto on that as well, and it basically updated the digital display to the newer one. But yeah, it's a really lovely place to be in here. All the leathers are all really high quality, and it's just all set out exactly as you'd expect a BMW to be. So let's shut this up. Now we're going to take this car out onto the roads to see what a 6-cylinder xDrive hybrid really feels like. So as I mentioned, this car really intrigues me. A 6-cylinder 3 litre hybrid. This should be good. I've wanted to drive one of these for such a long time, and well, first impressions are that I mean, I'm talking quite loud because that's just what I'm used to, but I could quite easily just whisper to you because it is that quiet in here. It's got such good levels of refinement. It feels just like a normal 5 Series in here. Currently, I've got the engine on because I wanted to see what it was like just with the internal combustion engine. And actually, there isn't that much battery, so I wanted to put it into a state of play where it will charge the batteries for you. So you've got a slight little bit of regen brakes, and basically the car will just pump unused kinetic energy back into the batteries for whenever you need it. But initial thoughts are that this just feels like a 5 Series, which is great because the 5 Series is possibly one of the best executive saloons out there, maybe even the best. And I really wanted to find out whether making this a hybrid, not just the 530e, because I've driven a 530e, good car, but I wanted to see what a 545 was like. And well, we've got just under 380 horsepower and 600 newton meters of torque, and 0 to 62 in 4.6 seconds. So this is a hybrid, but also put it into sport. Let's see what it can do. Yeah, what it can do is mighty impressive. The way that it picks up, because you've got that incredible 6-cylinder under the bonnet, you don't feel any lag whatsoever. It feels like the batteries are only there to enhance the engine rather than the other way round. It feels proper, and with the dampers set in their sportiest setting, even for what is supposed to be an incredibly soft, comfortable long distance cruiser, can really attack bends with some vigour. And it sounds, oh, you cannot beat the sound of a 6-cylinder. I mean, listen, in this state of tune, it is designed to be quieter, but you still get a lovely little tone to the engine. It's not ballistic, not like a 440i or anything like that, but you still know that you're in a 6-cylinder BMW, which is just so good to say. Drop it back into hybrid mode, and you feel a real difference in the dampers, you feel a real difference in the throttle response. It then becomes an incredibly capable long distance cruiser. You could do hundreds of miles in this and feel like you've done pretty much no miles. What a brilliant car this is, what a thing. And if you want any more information on the BMW 545e, do please contact your nearest reliable BMW retailer using the links in the description of this video. And please like this video, subscribe to the channel for plenty more content to come, and I'll see you next time.